in. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really start. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Preston Smith in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third down, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
The give to Taylor. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Being chased out left. He finds Taylor, complete. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They're going to look to throw. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Preston Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Throwing, Jones. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Beck. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Beck. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll drop the throw.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
2nd and 2. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Beck. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Beck. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Jones. This one caught by Crowder. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Jamison Crowder, 78 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Buying time to his left. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Odell Beckham. As the first half is winding down, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here. Just this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The This is fielded at the goal line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Marcus Golden able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Golden getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Preston Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
All day, baby, all day.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
53, Mike. You don't see me.
2nd and long. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones completes it to Aguilar. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, Taylor. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gain is up and good. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A good pickup there at 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Balaj. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He wasn't ready.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Jones. Preston Smith in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender. That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, for one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time. He used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
Too.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Let's go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
19 yards there on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Preston Smith in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. He finds Aguilar over the middle. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw. Jones. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the row. Sure.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
That's a game 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the rest I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Everything's come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated yourself, I never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when I press on the head. I'ma speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Ladies and gentlemen,